Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. What are you doing? Hi, Mitzi. Hi. What you doing? You a good kitty. You a good barn kitty, aren't you? Mitzi likes taking care of the mice on the homestead. Unfortunately, she takes care of birds too. Say, I can't help it. I'm just a cat, Mom. I'm just a cat. Today was a big day. We had to do a whole herd evaluation, which meant that we had to call in some help from some very dear friends, and we had to take each one of our 25 goats, bring them up onto the milk stand, trim their hooves, check their FAMACHA score, give them a copper bolus, and drench them with our herbal dewormer to begin our 3-day deworming protocol for the full moon. This is something new that we haven't tried before. I've heard lots of good things about worming on the full moon, and I'm excited to see if it makes a big impact. One of the reasons why we wanted to do a whole herd evaluation and get everybody in top shape is because we are about to head into breeding season. So it's very important to us that our goats are at their top performance before we begin breeding. We worked hard today. We are tired, but our hearts are full of comfort and joy in knowing that our friends were there by our side to help us, and knowing that we got a huge job accomplished for our goats to keep them happy and healthy. So take a look and see how our day went. Okay, so get the goat up here, write down their name. The copper bolus just goes right in there, and then that just gets shoved to the back of the throat, and then you just shove it in. I mean, right. You don't, but you aggressively push the button down so that it goes in there. Right. All right, so that's copper bolus. I have another package over there if we need more. And then 1 tablespoon of the Molly's Herbal Formula 1 and 1 tablespoon of the other stuff. I have not had this before, but it's got different herbs in it. So I know it's gonna help boost the, it's from Wildcrafted. One of our subscribers sent us that. Thank you very much, very appreciated. It was on our Amazon wish list. That Amazon wish list I was telling you is doing so wonderful for our family. All right, so a tablespoon of each. And then this is the garlic ginger paste. Be careful not to get it on your hands because it's pretty spicy. So this is I don't want to use this tablespoon. I should have brought the other one, but it's a tablespoon, so I mean, you can. A tablespoon of this, and then 2 tablespoons of water, you know, and mix that together. That's about 2 tablespoons. You're possibly going to need more water because we're going to take this garlic ginger paste and add it to the herbal concoction. And then if there's a slight paleness to the eyelids, we're going to do per weight 1 drop per 20 pounds. So most of the goats are going to be 5 drops of each. 5 drops of On Guard, 5 drops of wild orange, 5 drops of oregano added to it to help boost that deworming process. Very simple. Stir it up. Yeah, that doesn't need any more water. That's good. It's as long as it's not like oatmeal texture where it won't come out. You can add a little bit more water. Well, now that it's starting to suck up the herbs, it might need a little bit more water. See, it's kind of getting to be an oatmeal texture. You want to keep it a little more fluid than that so that it can be pulled up into the drenching tool easier. So this is the drenching tool. And we're going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of probiotic to each one of these drenches because it's about time. We actually, I forgot we had all that probiotic, so I haven't been using it. Yep. So I should be using it at least weekly. So now that I've been reminded by my lovely assistant Ryan. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be more than one drench by the volume we're getting at. So I almost wish I had a bigger drenching tool now. Like bigger capacity. I think they do sell them in bigger capacities. This one's 60. If you do have one of these drenching tools, you often have to oil the ring so that it slides gently up and down instead of having to try to be forced. So I just put some coconut oil on there. We might have to do that halfway through again because we have so many goats we're doing today.
It's been you all along, but I've been too caught up to see it, baby.
So I'm just going to use a little lure in the food bowl on the milk stand. We're going to get each goat up here, get them tricked into thinking we're being nice, giving them extra food, and then we're going to torture them. So then for the copper bolus, we just place the pill into the pill popper, and we're going to get this as far back in his throat as possible. So a lot of times coming in from the side and going in between those teeth, getting it on top of the tongue, push the button, stroke his throat to help encourage him to swallow. Can I have a treat? I don't normally use a treat right away, but it seems like he's chewing it. So I want to make sure that he swallows it. Now the fun part, This drench is spicy. It's got a lot of cayenne, garlic, and ginger in it, so it can irritate their mouths quite a bit. All right, Eugene. Oh, I know, you know it, you see it. Some of my goats, when they see this, cry. Some love it like hearts. Again, in the corner, behind the teeth. Oh, it's always good to hold the head upward to make sure that any that comes out the end goes, yeah, there we go. I heard him swallow big. Stroking the throat helps them swallow if they're resisting. It's actually almost exactly the same recipe as one that's for people to eat in their food. There's a garlic ginger paste recipe online on YouTube that I keep, when I go to look for mine, it keeps popping up and it's a food one. And it's like the exact same ingredients. Minus the molasses and
it
vinegar.
smells like that dressing that they always put in the Asian restaurants on the salad.
Oh, if I just could get myself together, I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain.
Sometimes you gotta take a fecal sample on your goats to check for parasites. So you glove up and you lube up. I usually go one finger first to ease it in, and then the other so it's a little easier on them. Go nice and slow. Don't go too fast. You don't want to hurt them or tear anything. And you go in, and usually right inside, you're going to do a 2-finger sweep. And right inside there is some nuggets. And you want to retrieve, I've got 3, so I need 2 more, at least 5 nuggets. Smaller goats, you might want a couple more because we're going to weigh it out for the fecal exam. We want to make sure we have enough. The rubber glove can then be turned inside out and tied off, and I can write the name of the goat on here. And it can go into the refrigerator until I'm ready to do the fecal exam. I have a link to a video right up here how to do that. Y'all, I'm exhausted. I can't even imagine how this would have gone if I didn't have 2 additional helpers to Ryan and I. That just took twice as long as we thought it was going to. Nearly 6 hours later, and we have gotten everyone trimmed, bolused, drenched, and anything else that we could think of while we had them. I've got it all written down thanks to my secretary. We had really good FAMACHA scores overall. I was actually impressed with some of them. Heart's FAMACHA score actually has come up a whole degree, a whole level. So that's super good. That means the red cell vitamin B that we've been using this week with her is working. We had a few that had a 3 score, but most of them had 2s, and we even had a 1 on Little Fern. So that's pretty impressive for using just herbal dewormers. I would like to just point out that if you are diligent with your herbal dewormers, they absolutely can work. They can work in wet conditions and in the south. You just have to be aggressive. So this is not always going to work. This won't work on every goat, but it definitely works. And I am living, breathing proof, or I should say my herd is living proof that it does work. You got to keep those copper boluses up. You got to keep the herbs up every week. You got to give them garlic whenever you possibly want to. You can give garlic every day if you want. So all of these things combined with proper herd management, making sure that we rotate our pasture is a big bonus for us. As you see, that herd out there is thriving with the herbal dewormers, and that warms my heart more than anything in the world. What do you think, Eugene? He said he doesn't know. What? You see me coming and you want me? Oh, my girl, my best friend. You ran away from the hay just to say hi to me. I was coming over here to see everyone. Look at those beautiful girls sunning themselves. And all of these girls are munching on some hay. They love their hay. This is a sight I love to see. All my goats happy and healthy in the beautiful sunlight. Look at that regal goat. She's beautiful. You're beautiful, Dominique. Perky's laying down with you, huh? Perky's a beautiful weather. I hope I can find him a home because he's so sweet. Auburn and Mona are getting cleaned up and ready for lunch. I was trying to bribe them with something to reward them, and instead they're taking me out to lunch. What kind of friend does that? Only the best. I'm very blessed to have them in my life, and they found some menu options at a Thai restaurant in downtown that doesn't have peppers in it. So there's some food that I can eat that's gluten-free and safe for my diet. So we're gonna go check that out, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. The entire time we were dosing the goats with the herbs, you know, it smells like garlic, ginger. I mean, it was making us hungry.
Hi. Mona already bailed. She did. Because she has to go doctor a pony. So Mona and I are stealing this lady right here, who we dearly love. She's one of our favorite humans on the planet.
obviously.
And we're gonna make her eat out.
Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? When I trick them into coming and helping me with the goat herd, telling them it's only going to be 1.5 to 3 hours and it takes 6 hours. You know, aren't I supposed to take them out?
We're going to tie because she curries her goats.
It's all natural.
The what's it called? The Drench smells like curry, and it made us all hungry, and so we're gonna go get Thai food. And I think it's hilarious that she pre-curries her goats because there's nothing more delicious on the planet. So, you know.
I love curry goat. So little curry might actually have to go to the processor because I would really love, I don't want to eat him, but I would love to eat some curry goat. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. And they're pre-marinated.
They sure are. Very heavily dosed.
I love this lady.
I love you more.
I don't know. So yeah, we gotta abduct you and do another horse date soon.
That would be awesome. Love the pony pleasure. It's nice.
The forest is healing and horses are healing, so we take horses in the forest.
Those are very good things to combine together.
I agree.
Take a breather, because this was a lot of work that we didn't expect to be taking so long. So I'm very grateful to have the help from Ryan and the girls, and I'm glad that we've got it done. I feel like a whole burden has been lifted off of my chest of what I felt like needed to be done and haven't had the strength to do on my own. And so for that, I'm grateful. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Oh, you're recording.
They need to be like line.
This is live.
Oh, okay. Okay, right. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, you meant this one?
This is not a perfect line, you're right. So the notebook should be at the end. You're not filming already, are you?
Yeah.
First and then drenching, or drenching?
Whichever one they hate the most, do it first.
No, because then you won't be able to get a hold of them.
Otherwise they're gonna be
So this has to get last. Thank you for saying that though, because it made it clear which one we have to do. So copper bolus, which I already lost.
right there.